This is going to be the journey we are going to take. First, we're going to Pottinger Street, and then the Hollywood Road, then Hong Kong News Expo, then to the Manmo Temple, Taiping Street, and Possession Point, and finally to the Bonham Strand. So, let's go to our first stop, the Pottinger Street. So this street is called the Pottinger Street because it's named after the first governor of Hong Kong, Sir Henry Pottinger. So the Pottinger Street is paved with stones because it makes walking up and down easier, and it also helps rainwater to flow into these two passages, so it will not flood the area. So this is the Hollywood Road. It's called the Hollywood not because of the Hollywood movies in the United States. It's because there are some fallen trees nearby, and they named it Hollywood because of that. Have you been to a place called Soho? There's a lot of good food. An interesting fact, it's called Soho because it's south of Hollywood. Our next stop is the Hong Kong News Expo. So it is an exhibition about the news industry in Hong Kong. And you can see exhibitions about the news of Hong Kong or the history of Hong Kong. Wait, what is happening here? Oh, I think there's a news coming in. This is a reporter from the Hung Chin waterfront. The number 10 typhoon signal has been enforced for more than 5 hours now. Okay, just kidding. Indeed, this area is a news simulation area where you can try to become a reporter and report your news. So I did something similar to your humanities project. And walking through the area, we see more interactive exhibitions and some really interesting display and artifacts. Do you remember that the colonial government was rather loose and had limited intervention on the living of the local Chinese? And therefore, the Manmo Temple was not only a place for worshipping the civil gods and the martial god, but was also there for Chinese people to discuss issues and resolve disputes. Instead of going to the colonial courtrooms, Chinese people would go to Manmo Temple and they treat it as their own courtroom. The Taiping Street was a favorite haunt of thieves and robbers in the 1840s, but law and order was restored when a police station and barracks were built in the neighborhood, which was then called the Taiping Shan, denoting peace. Another important piece of history about this street is that it was once haunted by plague. On the 25th of January 1841, the British Navy arrived at the nearby Possession Street, which is now the Hollywood Road Park, and began 150 years of colonial rule, marked by a flag-raising ceremony the day after the initial landing. Our last stop is the Bonham Strand. Careful here, it's the strand, not the street. That's because around after 10 years of British occupation, there was a fire incident and all the houses were burnt to ashes. The governor of Hong Kong at that time, he decided to put all the remains of the houses as materials of the reclamation of the land. And therefore, the word strand still keeps the meaning of being a beach or being an artificial coastline. Okay, so I was really thirsty and I went to this old cane shop and their juice is really good. This is the end of our journey. I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye!